how's it going? For today's video, I'm proud to present an up-close and personal in-depth look and drive with the all-new Jeep Renegade Trailhawk. So this is going to be a detailed, in-depth review of the Renegade. We'll start it up, show the engine, get an exhaust clip, and go over the performance data, take on a thorough road test, and show you many of the unique aspects of both the interior as well as exterior. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop on in, start it up, let it run. The exterior color of this Renegade is known as Commando, one of my personal favorites out of the colors offered. It's a glossy finish that reminds me of a hue used on military vehicles, especially the original Willys Jeep. Inside our tester you'll find the standard premium black cloth interior with ruby red accents and contrast stitching, all specific to the Trailhawk. There's heritage touches and quirky Easter eggs found throughout, including a topography map of Moab, Utah in the middle portion of the seats. Opting for full leather upholstery also gets you a smart key access system with push-button ignition and remote start. Throughout the Renegade, you'll find a ton of subtle Easter eggs ranging from heritage touches to fun and quirky elements. I've never seen a manufacturer go to this extent, but as an outsider, it seems Jeep and Fiat both have put a lot of thought and effort into creating a vehicle that's enjoyable and youthful, with the available capabilities you would expect to find in a Jeep. Before we delve further, let's highlight what they are and where you can find them. First and foremost are all of the Willys Jeep references. You can find them in the speaker grills, each of the headlamps, tail lamps, and on either side of the rear view mirror housing. Other more subtle areas include the inside handles of the MySky roof panels, inside of the tailgate, and the small center console tray just ahead of the gear selector. That tray is also embossed with the topography map of Moab. If you opt for a two-wheel drive Renegade, the four-wheel drive controller is replaced with a blank plate with, you guessed it, another Willys. The last Willys I saw is climbing up the windshield on the passenger side. Speaking of windshield, the rear glass carries a Yeti, or Sasquatch, walking up the wiper housing. It's really only visible from the inside looking out. If you open the rear doors and look down at the kick plate, just ahead of the wheels there's a no-step exclamation like you would find on an airplane wing. Probably the funniest of them all though is the gas cap, which hides a spider saying "Ciao baby," signifying its Italian influence. Of course, common to modern Jeeps, since 1941 it's embossed on the dash panel above the multimedia system. The final touch of cool comes from the tachometer, which instead of a distinct red line, there's a splash of orange mud. If that's not enough, inscripted around the ignition cylinder it says "To New Adventures." The Renegade features electrically assisted rack and pinion steering